Maths mudah. Let's answer this question. Okay, for number 8, for the first question, state the range of G. Okay, what is the difference between range and domain? Okay, let's say it's an axis, there are y-axis and x-axis. One of it is range, one of it is domain. How to remember is the x-axis is the domain and the y-axis is the range. How to remember? Okay, first, you look, range spelled with G, which is same as Y, which means that range is the Y-axis. And the others, which is the domain, is X-axis. Okay, so for this question, we know the domain for Gx is more than 0, like this. So what we have to do is we substitute the value of X to get the maximum or minimum value of Y. So for this question, it is more than 0. So from this question, x square minus 1 divided by 2, we change Gx, we change the X value into 0 because it says it is more and equal than 0. So if you change the X into 0, we will get Gx more than or equal to negative 1 over 2. So that's the answer for number 1. Okay, let's look number 2. Explain why FG1 does not exist. How to determine that it is not exist? First, we do G1. Okay, we copy the Gx first. Okay, then we substitute the value of x with 1. And you will get 1 minus 1 divided by 2, which is equal to 0. Okay, so then we have to insert the value of 0 into the x. But look at the range. The range says that x must be more than 2. So the G1 is equal to 0. So it cannot exist because the x, the domain, must be more than 2. So we can conclude that G1 is equal to 0 does not include on the domain of fx. Let's look number 3. Okay, for the next question is question 3, which is we have to do the composite function, which is gfx. Okay, first remember, we have to do from right to the left, which is fx first, then gx. So which means this is g, and we have the fx is x square minus 2 over x. So what we have to do, if we have to copy the gx function here, but replace the x value with this value. So it will be like this. X square minus 2 over x square minus 1 divided by 2. The same equation, which is x square minus 1 divided by 2. Only change the x. But remember the square value. Don't forget to put it, okay? What we have to do now is we expand this equation, which is power of 2. Okay, many of the students make mistake that only put the square value top of the fraction. But remember, power is also applicable to the denominator. So it will be x square minus 2 bracket the power of 2 over x square minus 1, and divide by 2, we can also put it like this, divide by 2. And some students have made a mistake, which is they remember which is this is x square and do like this, x the power of 4 minus 4. This is wrong because what we have to do is this is equal to x square minus 2 the power of 2 the bracket, which means the operation have 2 times, which is x square minus 2 and times x square minus 2. So you have to expand and you will get the answer, which is x4 minus 4x square plus 4. The answer, you put it right here. x4 minus 4x square plus 4 over x square minus 2. This is divide 2. You also can put it like times 1 over 2. You put bracket here. So you do not confuse. You put bracket first and then you times. Okay, what you have to do then is you have to simplify this equation in the bracket, which is the negative 1. So what you have to do is this negative 1 is over 1. So you have to make sure that the denominator is the same to make the operation plus or minus. So for this, you have to times x square on top, and the bottom also times x square. So we'll get x4 minus 4x square plus 4 minus x square divide by x square times 1 over 2. Okay, so from here, you will get x square, this minus x4 square, you can minus with minus x square, and it will be negative 5x square plus 4 over x square. This is times 1 over 2, which means 1 times the upper fraction and 2 times the denominator, which will be over 2x square. So from this, is this the final answer? No, because the equation need you to put the final answer into the form of this. Ax square, okay, we copy ax square plus b, ax square plus b plus c over x square. How to do from this form into this form? Okay, what you can do is you separate the denominator, which be x4 over 2x square minus 5x square over 2x square and plus 4 over 2x square. You separate the denominator, but still the same denominator. Why? Because in this form, you can simplify it. Okay, from here, you can simplify it. X square will be x2. From here, the x square is cancelled. And the third term, you have only simplify the 4 and 2, which will be 2. The final answer will be x square over 2 minus 5 over 2 plus 2 over x square. Now you get the same form from the question. So this is the final answer. Okay, let's look number 4. State the domain of GF. Okay, domain. Remember, domain is X. So from this question, you get this domain, which is for GX, it is X bigger or equal than 0. And for FX, X bigger or equal than 2. So from this, we have to combine it and look at what it will be. It will be X more than 2. Why we do not take the first equation, X is more than 0? Because X more than 0, which means 1 is included. But 1 cannot be included in the second domain, which is X more than 2. So the final answer will be the domain for GFX is X more or equal than 2. Okay, let's look for the last question, which is show that F inverse. Okay, we copy first the equation. Okay, then what we have to do for F inverse, the first step is put Y is equal to the equation. Your mission is to bring all the X here into the left side and all do not have X into the right side. But for this question, it is a special question. You have to use the standard quadratic form. Okay, but first, if there is a fraction, make sure you put it in one line first. Make it in one line. Okay, from here, you want to bring the X from the right to the left. It will be yx equal to x square minus 2. But for the standard quadratic form, the equation must be equal to 0. So put all the terms into one side, which is x square minus yx minus 2 equal to 0. From here, we will get a is equal to 1, b is equal to negative y, and c is equal to negative 2. So do the quadratic formula, which is x is equal to negative b plus minus square root of b square minus 4ac divided by 2a. Okay, substitute all the value from here to the equation, which will be negative. Remember, the negative and the b from here, you take the b. So remember to put the negative, and the b you have to copy exactly like it, which is negative y. So put bracket negative y plus minus, also the b, negative y square minus 4ac divided by 2 times 1. So you will get here, the negative, it will be y only, plus minus the square root. And here, remember, if the number is negative, when we will square it, means that negative y times negative y, which include equal to y square. the negative will be disappear. So just put here y square minus 4. The A is 1. The C is negative 2. Divide by 2. So you will get the answer y plus minus square root of y square plus 8 divided by 2. So the final answer, you have to put it f inverse x, and you have to change all the y value here into x. X plus minus square root of x square plus 8 divided by 2. Also, the answer will be f inverse x, x plus square root of x square plus 8 divided by 2, and also can be written x minus x square plus 8 divided by 2. But for this question, you do not have to put the minus because the equation wants you to put it in this equation, which means we have done it. We bring here. It is same, and the last thing you have to do is put it like this. Shown. So that is how you do it for this question. So math is easy, but you have to know the ways. So follow for more questions and check out for more of our content. Thank you.